Howdy, hey everybody, my name is Silver Knight. I am coming into the world of Guild Wars 2 from the perspective of a long-time World of Warcraft player. This series chronicles my journey through the world of Tyria, which I did actually kind of have to look up because I kind of didn't know the name of the world, but you know, the more you know. And all of its bumbling, falling off cliffs, and getting killed in incredibly stupid ways glory. I hope you enjoy. Aw. Literally just looked over, typed into Twitter to, hey, by the way, I'm going live. Not that anyone's going to look at it, but still. Yeah, Ed Asner passed away. That makes me sad. I mean, it makes sense because the guy was old back in the 70s, so it makes sense. But also, like, I just was kind of hoping he was immortal. I was actually thinking about this a couple of days ago, and I'm like, damn, Ed Asner is still alive. Doesn't he got to be like 100-something years old at this point? But either way, rip Ed Asner. He was an absolute legend, man. And I'm also going to be doing things a little bit different today. So as I've been saying previously, as my little, excuse me. Oh my god, why does my nose itch right when I start playing the game? I swear to god. It's great. Okay. I'd been having a little bit of issues with, like, even, like, games like this and Final Fantasy XIV. You know, well, less so Final Fantasy XIV, because Final Fantasy XIV does not like 4K. Like, it can play 4K, but it doesn't play nice with anything if it's playing 4K. It is a surprisingly demanding title. It looks gorgeous, though. But long story short, you know, I'd been dropping Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy XIV to 1440p while streaming and recording it, so that way, I mean, especially like for Guild Wars 2, because it plays perfectly fine, like absolutely flawlessly on my computer. Even if I'm streaming and recording it, it still plays at 60 FPS pretty much all day. Only problem is the recording / stream will drop to like 40 to 45 FPS, which kind of bugs me, so I've been dropping it to 1440p. And while testing, since my last stream, I was like, you know what, let me try playing on my 1080p panel, which is 144 Hz. I dropped it to 120, so it's divisible by 60, and therefore it's not going to have any weird choppiness issues while it's doing recording, so far as I can tell, so far as in my testing. So this time around, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm playing, like I said, so I'm going to be playing on my 1080p panel to see if it, because I mean, I'm going to be real, when I was testing all this out, I was like, man, I forgot how good 100 high refresh rate feels. Like, it just feels so good. To the point where I actually, to test it, and again, this was purely to test, I had resubbed to WoW with gold because it runs on like a potato, to see what a consistent 120 Hz will look like with recording, yada yada, because if there's one game that I can trust in being able to note if something doesn't visually look right, it's WoW, because I played it for a bajillion fucking years. And from what I can tell, and maybe I'm wrong, from what I can tell, it seems okay. It seems like it's playing the way it's supposed to, which is good. But it was funny that while I was going through and just leveling, you know, alts or what have you, just testing all of this out, I realized how outdated WoW's questing system is. You know, after playing this, Final Fantasy XIV, ESO, hell, even like Terra and fucking Blade and Soul, it made me realize that WoW's, especially going back to its older content, and even the way it's kind of clinging to it in the newer content, that it's very, like, the class design I think is fine, I think it's okay, but the actual, like, quest design just doesn't feel good. It feels very clunky. You have to walk over to somebody to talk to him. You may or may not read the story at this point. I used to be a hardcore, like, super hardcore lore nerd, but the lore's never gone anywhere, and I'm coming to realize that I'm like, I don't care about this story. It doesn't mean anything. It's just dressing to get people to go and do shiny things. So to that end, it's kind of, like I said, it's outdated. Like, it was fantastic for 2004. It's allowed, you know, an easier and more easily digestible means of grinding stuff as a means to level. So that way, that is to say, the idea of questing to level can easily mask the grind to level. You know what I mean? It gives you this incentive, this little backstory, so it makes you have a more emotional investment to the world. It gives you more of a personal, quote unquote, personal motivation to level, etc., etc. Now, granted, if the quests reward jack shit and it's faster to grind, people are going to grind because innately people are going to pick the path of least resistance regardless. So, I was going to do a daily. That's right, Plains of Ashford. I am in fact in the Plains of Ashford. Yes. So I need to find events. That's right. I was doing this last night before I went to bed. This little daily thing. And I love the fact that the dailies in Guild Wars 2 and these sort of meta dailies events are things that literally anybody has access to. Don't forget to claim your free gift from the trading post. How do you know that? How did... What? What free gift from the trading post? I'm confused. How did you know I had a free gift from a trading post? Also, hello, AMD85. How are you doing today? Also, icy ore. I mean, I knew I had stuff at the trading post because I sold stuff, so I knew I was going to have to come back there eventually. Excuse me, Mr. Spider Dude? Begging thine pardon.
Protected.
Let me grab the copper. But basically, questing to level is a good, solid way to introduce leveling to the... excuse me? These spiders just don't want to play nice in the sandbox, do they? It's a solid way to level, but I think at this point, with the amount of time that various MMOs have taken to sort of iterate on it, it's purely for leveling purposes, it's kind of outdated now. For people who want the lore, cool. But I think Guild Wars 2 has done a really good iteration on it, where it's all of these, instead of having quests where you walk up to the person, you click the person, you talk to them, you do whatever the thing is, and you go run back to them and whatever, it's a lot more streamlined, which is kind of the way iteration is supposed to work, where, you know, you kind of automatically get the quests by being in the area. You can read that, you can talk to them and get their lore if you want to. You can listen to the dialogue and all that good stuff, but if you really just want to kind of like blaze through and do whatever, you can do that and still have it be, you know, a good feeling experience. Which admittedly, I suppose at this point you can still do with WoW if you have questing add-ons that kind of do auto turn-in and all that kind of stuff. So I guess it's kind of does the same thing, but at the same time, as in general, it's, you know, going back and playing it after playing Guild Wars 2 for some time, and also, you know, Final Fantasy XIV ESO. And again, like I said, like Blade and Soul and Terra, you know, the idea, like especially WoW's older content, you know, the whole storyline progression really only works, it seems to work best in this sort of campaign style, where you're following a linear campaign and you're getting a progression of story that way. But once you're done, you're kind of done. You know what I mean? You can kind of run around and do other side objectives where it's, you know, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, all that kind of stuff. The zones have stories to them. Oh, hello, Explorer Aaron. Interesting. I need to leave. Okay. Alright. Recover stolen supply containing some harpies. Okay, so let me murder some harpies then. Can I murder you for supplies, madam? Basically, what I'm saying is the way WoW Shadowlands, I think, like maybe, trying to think. Legion and Shadowlands, I think, had pretty decent questing modules where you kind of had... I would like a supply container, please. Where do I get... Excuse me? Okay, there we go. Oh, I murdered these harpies. Okay. My bad. Those harpies weren't the correct harpies. Basically, old school, older WoW feels kind of like a really outdated model. I think I think Shadowlands had like Threads of Fate or something like that, which honestly was, having tried it, was a good way of leveling, but it was way too fucking grindy. It was nowhere near it didn't feel good because it was just, you know, you would spend 10 minutes on this little objective quest thing and it would be like, you would get like 2% of your fill the bar sort of thing, and it just does not feel good because it has to feel rewarding or else it kind of defeats the purpose. Whereas this, I'm running around doing shit. Sure, is there like a story to it? Yeah, there probably is a story to it. I don't necessarily need to know it to keep doing what I'm doing, so I don't feel like I'm necessarily missing anything. A vial of weak blood, eh? Okay. But turning this stuff in still feels, it feels meaningful. You know what I mean? It feels like I'm doing something worthwhile, and especially older WoW's quests were very like, why are you making me grind this shenaniganry sort of deal. But for real, how did you know I had stuff to get at the trading post? Was it because of this thing right here? Free item available? What does that mean? Oh, hey, that's, oh, my 4,000 gems came in. Yay. Yeah, by the way, so I got that $99 bundle. I caved on that 3 or 4 days ago because I was like, you know what? This is a fun game. I like the game. I could see myself playing this as a, for lack of a better term, as like a replacement to WoW. Because it is very much the, honestly, the big reason I've played WoW for so many years, especially the past several years. We're talking like since at least WoD, if not probably Mists of Pandaria. Oh, that's gorgeous looking. Is because it was something that I could just relax to after work. I'm stressed out. Like, as much as I love RPGs. I love playing RPGs. I love strategy games and, you know, being able to, you know, flex my puny 8 brain, etc., etc. The problem is, like, you know, when at the point where you're working 50 hours a week and you're done from like a 10+ hour day, man, I don't want to fucking think. I just want to run around and kill shit and have things feel relatively good. And this game feels really, really good to play. Like, the class, like, even though I've only really played Guardian so far, the fact that I have so much variety in how I can play the Guardian, because I can use all these different weapons, all these different play styles, you know, there are no barriers to entry. You know, if I want to change something, I can just change it. If I want to change a weapon, fine. Wait until you're out of combat, change it. You want to change your, you know, you want to change your... Where the fuck is it? No. Here it is. Novelties? No. Build. Yeah, you want to change your build? Cool. Just fucking change it. We don't give a shit. Just change it. Like, there are no barriers to entry. I can just do what I want to do.
Knowledge is the... I think this is everything. But if... Thank you for your help. The Priory is in your debt.
Okay, so now what? Did I get shinies? No?
May Cormyr enlighten you.
Yes, I would love to be enlightened. Gimme shit. But the game doesn't get in my way. If I want to do something, I can just do it. You know, if I want to change my build, cool, I can change my build. If I want to change my weapons, cool, I can just change my weapons. You know, all of my achievements are fully account-wide. So even if I don't, you know, even if I have to start at level 1 on another character, you know, I still have access to everything that I get here. Like, I still have access to my fucking gold. Everything I get, my gold is account-wide. My karma and all my, you know, pretty much anything that I want that's worthwhile, at least so far as I can tell as a newbie, is account-wide. I'm not hampered by playing another character. I don't have to play from scratch unless I want to. And if I want to, I can, but if I have the options to have it, I have it. You know, WoW's got this really big fucking thing where they absolutely, undoubtedly, they want to make it harder on you than it seems like it necessarily needs to be. You know, their whole fucking 9.15 announcement sounds great on paper, but one, why did it take them a year to do it when it seemed like they literally just had this in the pipeline? It's like, boom, we're going to have all this stuff come out, have fun. Okay, that's cool, but you should have done this shit like a year ago when people were asking you. And two, I know this fucking company, at least this modern development team that they have running WoW, even if they're giving these quality of life changes, I know for a fucking fact that there's going to be some bullshit roadblock that's going to make it so it makes no damn sense. And they're just going to be doing a bunch of shit that makes no goddamn sense. Oh, hello, veteran harpy person. That's unfortunate. Hi, how's it going? I would appreciate it if you didn't do that. Where is my mouse pointer? There is my mouse pointer.
You hear that, Harpies? I'm done with you.
Yeah, you are. I'm done with you too. Please die. You're a second veteran. No, never mind. You're both dead. Haha. Get wrecked. Oh, did I win it? I won it. Yay. Okay. That's one event. I need to get 3 more. But long story short, like, I have zero faith in the modern dev team, even though they're giving a whole lot of these really cool quality of life changes. I do not trust that they are going to implement them in such a way where it's not going to end up being that they're going to end up going the whole distance, because it's like, oh, you know, you can swap covenants now, but they also made a point of saying that you have to be a high level renown. And right now, I think the max level renown is 80, and you can't even get it. You're not going to be able to get it until like fucking October or something like that. So even if they implement these things, people can't access it for weeks. And I also have this very strange feeling, hopefully I'm wrong, but I also get this very, very strange impression that those dumbasses, because they made it very clear that they've completely missed the point. Because they did the whole like, oh, we're sorry. What was it, the meme from South Park of the BP apologizing for like a minute and a half straight while petting animals and shit? They did that, but they also had the fucking sheer arrogance, the absolute gall to include in paragraph of why they were actually right and covenants were designed this way for a specific, and now that they've no longer served their purpose, they're changing it. First of all, fuck you. People, I'm sure there were people who liked the covenant system, but those people are so far in the minority that the majority who didn't like it already voted with their wallet and they're done fucking gone. Or they didn't even buy the expansion to begin with. Like, that's an unknown that you can never possibly quantify. What if you know, and that's something that they don't think about. How much money was left on the table that you never even saw by going through with this covenant bullshit to begin with? That's one. But 2, I get this sneaking suspicion that they are going for that, like I said, that covenant change thing, right? Where it's going to be, if you get a high renown level, you can just swap covenants as you see fit. Cool. All right, cool. Assuming that you can just snap your fingers and get to whatever noun rep in like a day. Cool, fine, whatever. But I have this very sneaking suspicion that it's going to be per character. So that every character you have is going to have to get that max rep, is going to have to get that max renown before you can change it. And that, like I said, that completely misses the point. The point is that to get rid of just stop making it hard for me to play the game. You gave me all of this content, and the content, from what I can see, there's actually pretty solid. It's not bad. You know, I completely hated, I didn't even bother playing Shadowlands until almost like a week or 2 before 9.1, because I'm like, this is not interesting me in the slightest. And then I was like, you know what? I resubbed with gold for X amount reason. Let me actually just give it a shot. Let me just give it a shot and see what it's worth. And actually,
we're still
give me events.
Hundreds of years old to reclaim our rightful lands. Something has to be done to drive the ghosts out for good.
Just give me events. I want the events. Please give me events. No? Okay. I was really hoping that would highlight events. That's fine. But, you know, just stop making the game fight with me. You have all of this content that's actually pretty decent. Allow me to actually access that content. Stop making me have to jump through arbitrary bullshit hoops that don't help my gameplay in any meaningful fashion. It does nothing to endear me to the game. In fact, it kind of pushes me further away from the game because I don't want to deal with the bullshit. I used to love running dungeons. Granted, I largely stopped after they removed justice points at the end of Cataclysm, where I was kind of running it, but I was like, this isn't really my thing anymore that much. But I used to love running dungeons. Now I don't do it because why? It's all of this, like, there's so much crap that you quote unquote have to do to feel like you're competitive, and I'm not the type of person that really feels like I need to be competitive. I don't really care all that much, but if I'm going to be shat on because I didn't do these particular things, because why am I going to make myself suffer and do something that's, I find, abjectly just not enjoyable at all. Like, I didn't have to raid to enjoy the game. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to get shat on for not raiding in a 5-man because it's a 5-man. You know, you really shouldn't have raid gear in a 5-man or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what am I trying to say? I really wish they could just keep things more self-contained. Make things that are good for soloing, good for soloing. Make things that are good for 5-mans, good for 5-mans. Make things that are Good for rating, good for rating. Just like, stop punishing people who don't want to engage in multiple aspects of the game because they don't want to engage in multiple aspects of the game. Just let them do the shit that they enjoy to do, and they'll do that. They'll do that thing. Stop trying to make me do things I don't want to do. Stop trying to force arbitrary bullshit that I don't want to do because that's what you think looks good on your goddamn spreadsheet. I don't care about your spreadsheet. I can just play another fucking game, which is apparently what I'm probably like, I don't know, 75% of the game's player base has done in the past, you know, about 8 or 9 months. Because remember, Shadowlands was the fastest selling PC game in history. I mean, until Cyberpunk came and dethroned it, but it was the fastest selling PC game in history. So there were a lot of people that came in and played it. And then within the first 6 months of the game, they lost, like, I think they lost almost 50% of their player base. And then between, you know, whatever last point they checked, and now they lost another 50% of their player base. So they've lost 75% of their player base in the span of like 8 months. So yeah, of course they're freaking out hardcore. And maybe there are people in that team who saw this stuff and wanted to make these changes. I don't know. Having said that, oh, did I get a level for that? Wait, did I just like knock them back because of my level up? My level up was so powerful that I just knocked them all back? That's a fucking cool effect. You know, I realize I'm ranting about WoW while playing Guild Wars 2, but at this point I'm kind of... This is sort of like my thing, I guess. I don't know. Let me just grab that. Magic find. Cool. I'm trying to find events, but since I'm here, I may as well just gather stuff because it's cool. Oh, speaking of which, do I have equipment? I need to get more. Is it sizes? Choppies. I need iron logging axes. I need more of them. I'm starting to run low. But basically, I said, having tested around with that and played around with this, it's made me realize just how outdated their model has. They haven't tried to keep up with the trend because they were being arrogant and thinking that if they force their players to play, they'll keep playing. No. No, they won't. Because really, look at this. This is the part of the game that came out in like, what, 2012? 2011? I mean, sure, it may be a little bit dated now, but it still looks fucking gorgeous, man. I just want my events. Is there an easy way to see events, by the way? Is that a thing? Is that something I'm missing? Is there a way to see something in the overworld map? So that way I'm not really just kind of running around, kind of hoping I can find stuff. And don't get me wrong, I have no problem running around and find stuff. But at the same time... What is trying to... Okay, seriously. Double-tailed scorpion asshole. You need to cut that shit off, please. Off, out, whatever. But either way, since I'm here, I can at least go ahead and get all of these waypoints down here. Man. Ascalon was gorgeous. I remember this from Guild Wars 1. This all actually looks kind of familiar. Did they actually recreate some of the areas in Guild Wars 1 into Ascalon and Guild Wars 2, I'm guessing? That'd be really cool if they did. Where they basically just updated the certain zones you saw in the prologue of Guild Wars 1 and added it to Guild Wars 2. I just want my events, please. But if nothing else, allow me to gather waypoints. I want mounts, though. Mounts look pretty cool. Oh, this music's gorgeous. I mean, to be fair, I'm also listening to it through my monitor speakers. Can I not move? I could not have been animation locked, right? No, I had to have been binded. This actually does legit look really familiar, though. I think this is actually a thing you went to see in Guild Wars 1, and now I want to kind of play Guild Wars 1 to actually see if that's the case. Didn't NCSoft publish Guild Wars 1 in the West? I think. This looks hyper familiar, though. Like, I distinctly remember this being... or something like this being a place in the intro. But it's also been fucking... I don't even know how many years. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. For sure. But I remember one of the things I loved about Guild Wars 1, even though I didn't play it too terribly long, was that it had a dual class system a lot like how Final Fantasy XI did things. Where you can get your main class and then you can get a secondary class and you could share both of their skills and talents and shit like that. But, acquire a scale charmer from Secunda and use it to tag. Okay. Okay, y'all need to back the fuck off me, please. And thank you. So yeah, I mean, by the way, is visuals okay? Did it look fine? Because at the moment... Where is Secunda? Oh, it's the cog. Got it. Because again, I am playing this on a 1080p monitor. It's pretty much locked at... I really wish that escape did not cause me to stop auto-running. But I mean, I'm playing at a pretty consistent 120 FPS, which would be expected for a computer that has a 5900X and a 3070. You know, I better be playing at a pretty consistent 120 FPS when I'm not being surrounded by a bunch of players. Because at that point, it's just, you know, CPU limited. But since I'm also recording this at 60, I want to make sure that... Hey. Sure, okay. Gimme... Scale tamed, okay. Stock bash, scale toxin, thunder zone. What am I doing? What you doing, buddies? How am I taming this? It doesn't seem like I'm doing much taming here. Okay, what the fuck am I missing here? What? Use the tag and tame nearby scale. How do I do that? Let me run away real quick so I don't die. Let me run away. Okay, so applying electric tag. Bash your foe with the stock, you're knocking them back. Acquire a skill charmer and use it. Tag and tame. Nearby scale. Okay.
I need a volunteer.
How am I taming them? Oh. I shoot them until they're tame, huh? Alright, I mean... Free cape on the trading post, look for promotions. Okay. So you guys can do that. Oh, you regenerate health. Oh, you guys are kind of dicks about that. Alright. That's right. Get stunned, bitch. Wait, why am I attacking them? Attack this one. Please attack the one that's literally in front of me. I like their style. Attack them until they're tame. Oh, I think I already got it. Promotion? I'm pretty sure I already got the one. The free cape that was 0, right? It's this one, right? The Dragon Emblem cape? Yeah. I think I got it. Yeah, I got that one already. I found it by accident a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh, that's... And I'm like, wait, does that say that's free? And I was very curious, because I just kind of poked around and went, oh, I guess it's mine now. All right. Cool. But this game is amazing, purely just because it doesn't fucking fight me all the time. I wish the game would stop fighting. Oh, shit. Did I just drop my... I didn't want the undead arm. Hey, Secunda, I kind of need the weapon again because I dropped it for a dead arm.
Give me a report. What now?
Hope you don't mind, dude. Sorry about that. Out of range. That's odd that it... Why would it let me shoot if it's out of range, though? You know what I mean? I love the fact that my shooting it is what causes it to be tamed after a while. It's just like, okay, fine. Fine, I'll leave you alone. Jesus. I'll go back to town, bite me. Whoops. This is way more fun than it has any right to be. Why can't Weapon Quest be this cool in WoW? How are you invulnerable, bitch? Stop that. This makes me smile, though. I'm gonna tame you with my gun. Ah, shit. He was out of range, because of course he was. Come here, buddy. Oh, that's why if he's invulnerable, I can't actually do the blocky block, huh? Alright, that's fair. Me here, my brachyscalers. Stun you. Pew pew you. Okay, did I just kill it? Whoops. I did not want to do that. I just lost my weapon, sad face. Okay. Oh, I completed whatever the quest was here. Cool. Alright. Was not my intent, but sure, I'll take it. But yeah, I got the cape, but it doesn't have any, thingies. Whatever you call it.
Speak.
It's a pure cosmetic, yeah? Now, excuse me while I stun you. Reduces health below 25% to tame it. Do not remove under penalty of death.
To test the scale charmer.
So I can literally just shoot this thing regardless of who's in front of me. Okay, that would explain why I was able to fire despite being out of range. Got it, because it literally doesn't care if anything is in range or not before I pew pew. Excuse me? Oh, you're a hardy little bastard, aren't you? Stop going invulnerable, you dick. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Stop that. You need to stop regenerating your health and freaking... Thank you. There you go. That's a good muffin. I don't know if my attacking it will somehow make that person lose their tag, so... Maybe not. Cool, okay, so I guess we can work together. See? Look at this. Look at how easy this is. To work as a freaking group. Oh shit, I think we just killed our stuff. Shit, my bad. Sorry, dude. Not trying to do that. Did not mean to make that harder for you. So he immediately goes invulnerable at 25% HP, huh? Is that kind of how that works? Damn it, I'm not trying to kill you. I just want to tame you. Stop being an asshole, let me tame you. Motherfucker. Now. Oh, I'm done. Oh, I completed it. Did I complete? Did I actually complete the thingy? I mean, I must have, because it's not there anymore. I don't remember anything popping up, though. Am I too far away? Oh. I guess I, in fact, completed it, then. I didn't remember seeing anything pop up. All right. Well, balls. All right. Well, let me drop that real quick. I'm gonna chop a tree, because I can. But thank you for letting me know about the emblem cape. Like I said, I'd found it by accident a couple of days ago. But it's cool that they have stuff like that, like, you know, occasional free stuff in the trading post and whatnot. But is the visuals okay? Like, it still seems like it's running at a pretty smooth. Looks like it's running at 60 FPS. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of jutters, which I'm kind of hoping. Said I tested with recording offline and stuff like that to see what had happened, what it would look like, etc., etc. So I'm hoping it does the same for streaming, but then again, streaming is its own unknown. And there's no way to really tell if it actually works until it actually, you know, you're doing it in vivo, as it were. Back off. Back off, Scorpion dude. I don't need your shit. I ain't got no time for you. I'm running through this absolutely freaking gorgeous zone. My god. This place is so pretty. Ooh, I see another thingy. So would it be fairly accurate for me to say that a lot of the events tend to happen around these, the heart containers? I don't even know what you would call them. Events? Sure. But now my brain has now christened them heart containers, so that's what they're going to be called for the rest of time, from at least by me anyway. But I love that you just automatically get an underwater breathing apparatus. It makes the idea of I also love the fact that underwater combat is basically an integral part of the game that is actually designed with specialized combat, that all classes are... Ooh, gimme. Assist Legionnaire Burnwhite in repairing the Iron Barracuda. Okay. Sure. Gimme.
Oi, check the lake for parts from the submarine. Those blasted drakes are everywhere.
Submarine parts. Okay, got it. So yeah, as I mentioned, the underwater quests don't feel bad to do. One, because you have underwater breathing. Two, because you have a specialized toolkit underwater that's designed for underwater combat. It makes the underwater combat feel good, such that the classes that really aren't designed for this sort of three-dimensional space aren't completely fucked. Swammy. Just keep swimming. I said click the fucking thing, please. Y'all need to back up off my Cheerios, please. Excuse me. While I kiss the sky. I have submarine parts? Oh, you guys can... Okay. Maybe I should be a little bit more hesitant to talk smack. I didn't realize you guys could actually hit the ground. Unclaimed loot. What? What? Hold on a sec. Allow me to fix that. I definitely got more than 2 of those parts. Thank you. 4,000 gems. Wonderful. I definitely got way more than 3 parts. Like, way more. Oh, it basically just clicked and nothing happened, I'm guessing. Alright, that's fair. Man, running out of inventory space in this game kind of sucks. But then again, I remember inventory troubles. Like, honestly, that's one of the things that drove me away from Lotro when I was playing that for free. And I was like, oh, this is a really fun game, but I ran out of inventory space so quick because you got a whole bunch of stuff that you don't know what the hell any of this is for. I mean, you're a newbie. You don't know what all of these pieces are for. You may or may not be able to put them on the auction house. And, like, it's paid stuff just didn't make any sense. Like, you could get 5 extra inventory slots. You got an extra 30 inventory slots for subbing for 15 a month, but you may or may not lose them. It was very confusing, and I was not dropping the money to find out if it was actually going to work or not. Okay, so I need a few more. Okay. Back in we go. Once more into the breach. Give him my shinies. Okay, we got 1. I'm going to grab another 5. 3. Where are you at? Up, 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 up. I see it. Excuse me? Back up off me, Barracuda. Where are we going? We got 2 more. Oh, I would like to pull 2 more. I don't know if that will actually be enough. But it will give me a good litmus test as to how many more I need. I like that dude's name. A char named Fat Tabby. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Kudos to that name. I appreciate it. Damn it, I need 1 more. Some bitch. Okay, what? Guys, look. Can you guys not? Thank you. Good lord. See how easy that was to just leave me alone? Where is... I basically need 1 more piece. So now I know, and knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joe. Hey, Mr. Submarine Part. Where are you at? Where's my clicky clicky?
Okay, that's enough parts.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Hello?
Can't avoid the Drakes and the Separatists and fix this thing. Keep them occupied.
I understand why strafing to the left and right causes you to, slow down in movement and all. I understand. But there are times when I'm like, man, I really wish that wasn't a thing. I need 1 more submarine part. Oh. Oh, she's like doing her own shit. Okay. Okay, I did not realize that there was even like an extra bunch to this. Okay, that explains why I couldn't find any more though. I suppose. Yeah, buddy. I got that quest completed when I didn't really care too much for it, but okay. Let's use this one instead. Don't know what this does. Recent orbs of cleansing light. Yay! Wait, why am I only at 66% now? Shouldn't I be at 75? I am confused. Oh, I only have to complete 3. Oh, I thought I had to complete 4. Oh, baller. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. There it is. I was like, wait, what? Like, that math doesn't make sense. That's silly. Okay, so what does this do? That's all stabbies. Release an orb of cleansing light. So, AoE ball of death. Symbol of light. Create a bubble that blocks enemy missiles. Sink your foe to the weight of justice. That sounds pretty badass. Okay, what else we got? We got 1 more. We got 1 more event we need to complete. And then I can go back and I kind of want to go do my, continue on my personal story. But, sploosh!